everybody, and welcome to another episode of Henry's Toy Review. I am Henry.
And I am Henry's daddy.
And this is Momo. If you've seen Valentine before, this is the big brother slash kind of old Logan cat.
He's a cantankerous old man, but he's come to join us for this video. And Henry, what's the topic of our video today?
Squishmallows. But see, there's 3 Squishmallows here. This one's real, but if I take this little thing, he falls back because he is a fake Squishmallow. We are reviewing, contrasting, and
Comparing.
Fake Squishmallow. This is a fake Squishmallow versus 2 real Squishmallows.
So let's compare our 2 fakes. Let's take a real one and a fake one. And let's start with, what do they have in common, Henry? What are these alike?
Ears.
They both have ears, that's true. Feet.
They have
What kind of feet? Yeah, they both have feet. They're both kind of squishy.
Yeah. Normally Squishmallows are just little balls. They don't normally have feet, but some Squishmallows have.
What about this Squishmallow? What do you think this one has in common?
Let's see.
He doesn't squish the same, kids. And trust me,
that squishy.
if I squish him the way we squish this, there's gonna be trouble.
Yeah, if I squish like this.
And of course, they're both in the same type of stuffed animal. They're cute. They're both kind of fuzzy.
They're both kind of fuzzy.
They both have a tag.
Yeah, that's important.
And they're both an animal of some kind.
Some sort of thing.
But,
now here's a big thing. Budget. How much did this thing cost? This fake versus the real Benny, the Bigfoot, who is a real Squishmallow.
So how much did they cost, Henry?
This one I got this at Five Below around fall time. This was, because he has a hat, this was $5 at Five Below. But this on the tag, I don't know if you can see that. That B stands for blue because I got this at Valley Rescue.
Which is a thrift store.
But I got this for 99 cents, and it's, you know what another thing is?
What's the other thing?
Face. Look at his face, kind of derpy, versus his face.
They have different facials. So let's talk about differences then. We've talked about how these are similar. The first difference was obviously price. The second difference, I think, is that did he come with a name? Not so much.
He's like Guy Pig.
But Squishmallows come with a whole name and a story, and he probably has, like, his hobbies include crocheting and making avocado salads or whatever they say. Because all the Squishmallows have their own individual story, right?
Yeah.
Now, just going from the top down, look at his hat. He doesn't have an extra detail like this. This extra detail of the beanie makes our buddy here, what's his name again? Benny makes Benny a little bit more unique, so he has a little more style. And we look at the facial expressions. Okay, so now we're going to that difference that Henry showed you earlier, that Benny sits nicely, and Piggo McSquisho doesn't sit quite as well.
And that's why this thing was in there, because this is actually what I use for one of my gaming consoles.
Yeah, and that's more of like a picture frame stand, but we find all kinds of cool things to use for lots of different things, like you do. And let's see here. The eyes,
different.
These eyes are just dark black circles, and these eyes are a little more anime style.
And Benny over here doesn't have any eyebrows. Meanwhile, Piggo McPig has has eyebrows. And here's another thing. Think about not just price, but think about quality. Literally, look at Benny here. Look him in the eyes. But look at Piggo McPig. That's his new name. This one's nice and good. This is a good Squishmallow, but this one over here, which is a fake, his eyes are wonky, see?
And he just doesn't feel as soft. He's not quite as fuzzy.
Like
Squishmallows, I think the reason Squishmallows are so popular is they're just like pleasing and fuzzy and cuddly.
They're fuzzy. See, this is way fuzzier. than this thing.
Plus, our buddy here, Benny, has different textures. He's fuzzy, but then he's also hairy. I like his little. I like his little tooth right here.
Yep.
I think his tooth is a nice little touch.
He has this.
Yep. The little top of the beanie.
Yep.
And just overall.
I mean, yeah.
I think you can tell the quality right away.
I mean, even with this one, you get the fuzziness, you get some of the embroidery feeling, and you get the more plasticky sparkle.
And he's a real Squishmallow, right?
He's a real Squishmallow.
Okay.
On the tag, you can see.
Indeed.
Now, if
you gotta have the tag.
Yep. If you're I got him from thrift store. If you're going to be looking for thrift squish, if you're looking for thrift squish, any thrift squish, I say look at the little tag, because this one right here says original Squishmallow. Meanwhile, this one is like,
it says heartfelt.
Yeah.
Heartbeat.
Herb and gerbil.
Yeah, and you know what? Squishmallows are so popular that there's probably a lot of knockoffs now too.
Yep.
And it's okay to like what you like. If you enjoy and you find a good, fake Squishmallow, enjoy what you like. But you can really notice some quality differences here on the Squishmallow. Even that the hat has, like, when you roll up your beanie in the wintertime, his beanie rolls up too, just like a real hat. So,
and another thing is, how we were talking about textures? He also has another little kind of felt piece. That's also another thing.
Yeah, a little more style on his beanie.
Mm-hmm.
Benny is rocking the beanie. He's cute, he's fuzzy, and he's just got that it factor. He's derpy in the right way, and I can't explain, we're gonna do a future video on the nature of derp, but he's cute, he's got a cute smile, but this is endearingly derpy. This is also endearingly derpy.
Momo. I wouldn't even call this derpy. This has gone so far with this whole face. If you just cut off the face, just look at the face, that is creepy. You got the wonky eye, you have the pig form with the feet and the belly, and then you have the wonky eyes with the eyebrows, and then the kind of creepy smile which connects to the mouth.
I don't like how the smile connects so closely to the nose.
Yeah, like watch this. See, like, it doesn't, on him, on Cupcake 2.0, the nose doesn't connect. He has a little muzzle, but it doesn't connect. But Piggy McPiggo doesn't actually have that. And I think they didn't have the eyebrows, and then we're looking at it like, yeah, this looks stupid. Let's add the eyebrows. This looks dumb.
So you can tell that they put a little bit more thought into this guy with his character and with all the different textures and his cool facial expression. And he just seems like a dude you want to hang out with. Like, I want to hang out with this guy. I want to know what's going on, and I want to squish him, squish him, squish him.
Here's another thing. Here's a big thing. When you're squish hunting, you could spend a little less money on some guy like this friend right here, or you could spend a little bit more money and get something like one of these guys. And for instance, I also got this guy from Five Below, and he came from a little blind bag at Five Below. He was like $4. He's littler, but he also has more love and hair.
Indeed, and he's got some different features, and I think he shows some of those details that Squishmallows have that you don't necessarily see in the knockoff Squishmallows. So in this battle of comparing and contrasting, I think it's pretty clear there are some differences.
Yeah.
But let us know what you think, kids, in the comments below. What do you think is better? The Squish Friends, Squash Friends, Squashimals, or the real Squishmallows?
Yeah.
Because there doesn't appear to be a replacement, and I think there's a reason why these guys are so popular.
Yeah, I mean, they're all over everywhere. Five Below, Walmart, Target, everywhere. And here's another big thing on how some people are trying to get the real deal. people that are trying to make squashy friends. Squashy friends. Not it's squashy friends or some ripoff. I actually saw one time when I was shopping at a thrift store. I saw like it was a pirate dog, but it wasn't a Squishmallow. It was like a Squashmallow. It was like a squishy buddy.
So when you see one you like, I encourage you to get what you like, but recognize the quality differences and pick what you think is best. If you love squashy pigs, that's great, go for it. But if you're like us, you're gonna see that there's a little bit of better difference in the Squishmallows.
Yes.
Henry, anything else you would add about how they're different?
Well, here's something that you probably don't, which is also pretty funny. Hi, Momo. So when I saw that one, I was like, ugh. And then I, after seeing the dog, I squished him in a shelf and then punched him in the face.
So in conclusion, we're gonna play a last game of Would You Rather to end this video. Would you rather have a real deal Squishmallow for a little bit more money, or a deal on a fake Squishmallow?
Or a freebie on a Momo.
Well, the cat's not for sale.
No, a cat's not for sale.
And the cat's a lot more expensive than a Squishmallow when we feed him and take him to the vet, let me tell you. So let's answer the question, Henry. Would you rather have this guy for $1 or this guy for $5?
I think I would take this guy. I think I would take Benny or Cupcake Sloth 2.0, because this guy is just a little bit less. Like with one of these dudes, you can see that they really thought about the design a little bit more. With this one, they were like, yeah, we can rip Squishmallows off. Let's just throw some feet on there and make it a body and throw some creepy face that no one likes, and then put some ears on them. Yeah, that'll work.
So I think the lesson here is you do get what you pay for. So I encourage you all to get the things you like and pay for quality, because for only a couple bucks more, you might get a guy that you're really gonna enjoy and who's more squishy and more cuddly and overall brings you more pleasure. So, Henry, anything else you want to add before we sign off?
I have to say that if you're looking for Squishmallows anywhere, Amazon or places or like Valley or Goodwill or anywhere that might have something good like an actual Squishmallow. And I'm not saying that Squishmallows don't pop up in at stores like Valley and Goodwill, but like actually when I got him, I think I actually saw a Squishmallow there, and I've seen giant ones out there for $10. So they have them at thrift stores. Just be careful when you're looking, unless you're psycho like us.
Just because it's round and squishy does not make it a Squishmallow. So pay attention to those differences we pointed out, and pay attention to when your cat is also interested in being in the video. Moriarty, thank you for joining us in this video. What do you think? Which one would you choose? He's undecided.
He
All right.
chooses your leg right now.
All right, so for this lovely channel, we would like to sign off and wish you happy squishing.
Yes.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.